Hey guys, what is going on? I'm coming at you with the second last video of this prep series. This prep series started in January, so it's been a really long time. I think this is episode 7 of the series, and this is the peak week vlog. So what I'm going to do is kind of highlight a few different things throughout this peak week. Essentially what a peak week is the week leading up to the competition, where essentially, you're trying to make your physique look best on the day of the competition, which is this Saturday, and it's currently Monday right now. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my game plan moving forward up until then. So a lot of people think you need to do some crazy manipulation of water, sodium, all these different variables. But especially for a natural lifter, so somebody who's not using any sort of performance enhancing drugs or steroids or anything like that, we actually keep it pretty simple. And by keeping things simple, we make sure that there's no crazy fluctuations in the way our physique looks leading up to the show day. But I will tell you the strategy going forward. So I'm going to continue running my lower day macros, which I'll put on the screen right now. Those are pretty low for me. Might not be low for you. It might be very low for you. For me, they are pretty low. I've been running those for the last week and a little bit. So I'm going to run those up to Friday. And then on Friday, I'm going to have a normal, typical refeed day, which is somewhere around the macros I'll put on the screen right here. So going up, way up in the carbs to help fill out glycogen, helps the muscles kind of press a little bit more on the skin. You'll look a lot fuller, more definition comes out, and also just bring an overall less stressed looking physique. So remember, you want to look full but also lean. So the idea is, okay, let's run these low days up until Friday, give me a nice carb up, and then a little bit carbs and sodium in the morning, and then on Saturday we'll be looking our best. Now I will go over the show day in the next vlog, so stay tuned for that, but this is just more covering peak week. And this week has a lot going on because you think of it, you have to, do shaving, you have to make sure that your tan is booked, you have to get to the venue, all your meals are prepped. I mean, there's a lot of different things, and we're going to be kind of going on Friday to the hotel. The competition is in London, Ontario, so it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from where I am right now. And I think the main thing for me this week is just balancing all the business stuff that's going on while making sure that I can still get my training in. I have slightly less energy since I'm on lower food, so I have to make sure my recovery is on point and stress is as low as possible. That's the key thing here. I'm trying to keep stress as low as possible so I can look my best. And it's, just has to mean that I need to be very organized, because there's a lot of stuff going on with Truth Body Systems, which is absolutely amazing, and the business and clients will always come first before my own kind of journey in terms of my fitness journey. But just got to make sure that I stay organized and keep stress at a minimum so that my physique can look good. All right, guys, so that is my key kind of highlights as an overview of how this peak week is going to go. But we are going to take you all the way through. A little bit of filming, hopefully every couple of days here, to keep you in the loop. And one last thing that I did want to note is my body weight now is currently 163.4, like this morning. So I think a lot of people don't realize how lean you actually have to get to step on stage, and you're probably going to hit body weights that you haven't hit since high school. That's a typical. Usually you have to get a lot leaner than you think you do. And to be honest, I am coming in lean, but I could have even came in a little bit leaner. Of course, we still have a few more days of fat loss, but I think I could have even hit like around weigh-ins somewhere around 160, and then I would look, really ready. So that just goes to show you of how lean you got to be to be competitive. And just as a reference point, my body weight in this prep started at around 183.6, I think, or 183.4. So it's been around 20 pounds down. And most people on their prep usually have to lose around 20 to 30 pounds, depending on their usual typical kind of walking around body fat percentage or bulking body fat percentage. So it's been a long journey. We're so close, and I'm so freaking pumped for this competition. So let's just finish it off strong, and I want to take you guys through every step of the way. All right, we'll see you in the next clip. All right, guys, we are about to hit the final leg day of this prep. Now, being 20 pounds lighter and also on much less food, leg days start to get pretty grueling. We've done a decent job at maintaining performance so far, but I do find the two biggest muscle groups that take the biggest hit in terms of performance would be like quad movements, so like squats, and then some chest movements, mainly presses, like bench press or dumbbell presses. So again, done a decent job at maintaining performance so far, but gonna take it one set at a time and get this leg day done. All right, guys, so just finished up the last leg day of prep. Man, what a euphoric moment. That is my last like really hard session before the kind of just more pump based upper body sessions, and then we are going to carb up after those. So that was my last like tough session of this whole prep. I was just reflecting back on, the last few months and just putting my everything into this, and whatever happens this weekend at the show, I know that I left no stone unturned. Right? I never missed a day of my macros. I never missed a workout. I pretty much locked in my sleep every single day, except for maybe 2 days with some personal stuff going on. But I literally left no stone unturned. And again, I could come in last place or first place, but in my mind, I won because I did everything I could have. So, you know what? Just kind of like a emotional moment, walking on the treadmill for the last 5 minutes there, just in the cool down. And we did it, man. We did it, and time to finish up strong. And I'm super excited for the final package that I'm going to bring this weekend. Hey guys, it's now officially Tuesday, so we are 4 days out from the competition. I'm going to show you a little bit of backstage pump-up treats that I picked up for me and Steve. First things first, we got upside down, but Rice Krispie Squares. And then we got also some Snickers bars there, so that should give us a little bit of pump up fuel for when we're backstage, something to get excited about. And you know what, I think I'm feeling pretty good overall. Sleep does get a little bit disrupted when I am getting leaner and food is a bit lower. I'd say like my sleep, I'll wake up like 4 times in the middle of the night, mostly just go to the go pee. Like a lot of people say the same thing when they're getting lean. It's like you wake up so many times to go pee earlier in the night, and it's kind of like a fight or flight response is what it's assumed to be, kind of like when your body's in a higher state of stress. So definitely my sleep is not as deep and not as restful, I'd say, but again, to be expected at this period of time. We're a few days out, and I'm sure I'll have a really good night's sleep on Friday after tons of carbs and ready to wake up fresh and ready to go on Saturday. So stay tuned for more of this day. Now today is not a training day, it's a rest day today, and then I have 2 more lighter type pump sessions both tomorrow and Thursday. But this is a crazy busy week work-wise. We have lots of client work to do. So Tuesday is one of my heavier check-in days. I typically try to put most of my check-ins on Mondays and Tuesdays. But yeah, it's kind of like, the point that's annoying for me with prep is like, having less energy and less fuel and just overall more fatigue. But then also just trying to keep up with, all the stuff that comes with running a business. So that's like the most challenging part for me, but our clients are kicking some serious butt, so that's really motivating for me as well to finish off this prep strong. And I almost feel like I'm trying to represent what Truth Body Systems is all about on that stage. So I want to make sure I bring a good, polished, finished product to represent everybody at Team Truth well. So something I've also been doing is trying to really like space out my food evenly throughout the day, so it just gives me steady energy. I used to be in the habit when I was younger and when I was in a fat loss phase, I would kind of like pile all my food to the end of the day, so you're kind of like suffering all day long so that you can kind of binge out when you get to the end of the day. But what I've found right now is I position my food when I need it. So when is my most physically demanding portion of the day, or when do I need the most energy? So around my workouts, when it's a training day, I position tons of my carbs around that. And then, on a non-training day, I usually keep the same kind of routine anyways in terms of meal timing, but maybe I'll just like evenly distribute my carbs a little bit more throughout my 4 meals for the day. So I typically stick with 4 meals as I find it works best for me. A lighter meal in the morning, more moderate during the day, and then like a slightly bigger meal for dinner on rest days. And then when it's a training day, you know, as I said, I pretty much sandwich a lot of my carbs in around my workout to give me the best energy during training. If you guys haven't tried Walmart pickup yet, then you need to try it. I mean, yes, I still shop at Walmart just because it's cheaper, and why not? And mainly also just because of this pickup feature. Like, you literally order on the app and then you just go pull in the spot, call them, and they bring everything out, and it's free. So I'm all about efficiency, and I don't like wasting time. So, you know, there's an opportunity cost to everything that you do. If I spend like an hour and a half, you know, going to grocery store, walking around, you know, seeing things, and then packing it and then bringing it back home, versus me just like pull up, get it, and go back home, it's saving me so much time. So big advocate for ordering your groceries if you can. All right, guys, so we picked up a few things just to tide us over for the next few days and this weekend. We got some bananas here, very easy to digest fruit that I'm going to be putting in my oatmeal. These hash browns, I don't think a lot of people know about them, but they're only 3 fat per serving, and they taste really good, and the carbs are super low, so great volume food when you're dieting. And usually hash browns are like 7 to 10 to even 14 grams of fat per serving, and these are only 3, so really good on that front. Got lots of broccoli there, some dark chocolate, that's one of my favorites. We got some egg whites here for more volume and very low fat option. Asparagus, I'm gonna have this as my vegetable source probably on Friday. And then we got zucchinis here, more volume eating as the carbs are lower. Then we have some avocado in there, some healthy fats, and then some sweet potato. Big fan of sweet potato, and more mushrooms for some volume. Then I bought some dandelion root tea because I find this actually helps me look a little bit drier the next morning, because it is a natural diuretic. So I'm going to have this kind of the night before the show. And then I also got some soy sauce because we know sodium is very important for looking vascular and full on stage. So I'll probably have this in my meal the night before, and also with some rice the morning of, to be completely honest. So that is just a few other things I got. I already had my protein sources in the fridge already, so didn't need to get many other ones other than the egg whites. And I think we're pretty much all set to go. Alright guys, what is going on? It is now Thursday morning. I just got done with a couple of client things, and then now we are having our first meal. So I actually had like a protein coffee in the morning. I usually have a protein coffee in the morning, so scoop protein, almond milk, and then coffee. Half decaf, half calf. And then I'm just making a smoothie right now, and I want to show you guys that I've been using this staple the whole entire prep. At least 1 scoop a day of casein protein. A lot of people are really big on whey, but when you're dieting and hunger is a little bit higher, I find that casein is much more satiating, and also casein, just because it's slower digesting, it's going to keep you sustained for longer in between meals. Also, it makes your smoothies or oatmeal or whatever you put in a lot thicker. So I've been a big fan of casein, and like chocolate casein is my favorite, and I would highly recommend trying that out in your dieting phase if you haven't yet. Okay, we are now into the last workout of prep. I cannot believe it. Crazy. This one's going to be a pull day, so back, a little bit of hamstrings, biceps, and some rear delts. And this is the last official workout before we hop on stage. So crazy, time flies, and that's why I always say, think long term. I can't even speak. think long term with your goals, because time always is going to fly. So it's important to focus on each phase, but also you should have a long term mindset. Just time will keep passing by. And you know what I find as I get older, my goals and their time frames become larger and larger. So you know, just take it one day at a time, but keep the big picture in mind. All right, guys, it is now the day before the show, so it's Friday here. Steve and I, we drove up to London a few hours ago. We got our tans, and now we're gonna practice a little bit of posing. But you can see I'm looking pretty dark over here, but then the face and the hands are gonna be done tomorrow. But feeling good, feeling lean. You know, the tan actually removes 2% body fat from you, so that's a little trick of the trade. But having a good time so far, soaking it up, and yeah, we'll keep you updated as we go. All right, so we did quite a bit of posing practice and things are looking pretty good. You know, Steve's looking great, and I think we both really locked in our posing routines. I'll do a couple practice sessions tonight before bed and then in the morning before we hop on stage. But I think we've pretty much nailed down our routines. And then now I'm just dead and trying to catch a little bit of rest because today's been a long day. I had a client at 6:45 a.m. I still do a little bit of in-person training, so I had him at 6:45, then client work until 10, picked up my friend Adam from the train station to bring him back to my place, then, you know, packed all my food, went to London, went and got our tans, then practiced posing, and then we still have the registration at 7, and then we have a athletes meeting at 8. So it's been a pretty long day. I'm pretty dead, but you know what? I'm gonna try to just, again, keep stress as low as possible, rest up, and then hopefully get a really good night's rest. It's actually good that I'm tired because I want to get a really good night's sleep, and then tomorrow, that way I'm looking extra crisp, because I know that I tend to look a little bit watery if I don't get a good night's rest. So it's really important to make sure that I get to bed at a decent time and have a good night's sleep. Overall, we're looking pretty good. Starting to fill out a little bit now that we got some carbs in the system, but yeah, definitely will look a lot tighter in the morning, and we'll see how flat I am if I need some more carbs. But so far, I think the carbs are hitting well. Although it's a little bit messy, I thought I'd do a room tour as well. So we got mirrors over here. See, then got a little bit of a desk, which I've crowded up very nicely. Kitchen. So this will definitely come in handy. You can have a little bit of coffee in the morning. Some cups. Microwave, fridge. Then we have a decent sized couch over here. A view of beautiful London over here. Nice day out today. And then got a nice TV that says time to relax. It's telling me to relax. So I need to definitely chill out a bit. And then bed, which I brought my own sheets so that I don't get the spray tan all over the bed. Bag, which is looking messy. And then if we go over here, got the bathroom. Not too bad. Pretty nice. It's a bit of a weird arrangement with the corner being exactly where the sink is. But other than that, not bad. I'll take it. It's just the bed is a decent size, and, you know, it should be pretty comfy. So just for the one night, pretty good. Pretty good.